Now let's do other operators like the equals to, not equals to, and, or, and not. For that, let's first declare two integers and initialize them as 1 and 0. Now if a equals to 1, this is checking whether a and 1 are equal or not. Then if it is true, then print else. Now let's run it. Sorry, it's printf. Now let's run it. This says a equals to 1, which means that this equals to operator is working. Now what if I change this to not equals to? Then let's see what happens. If I said that if a is not equal to 1, then say a equals to 1, and if this condition is false, then say a is not equals to 1. So since this condition is false, it went to this and it said a is not equals to 1. Now what if I also want to compare what is b? Then I can do and. This means that if both a and b are 1 and 0 respectively, then print a equals to 1, and if any of these condition is false, then print this. See, a equals to 1. Now what if I change it to 1 and then again run it? So a is not equals to 1 because this condition is false. And if both the conditions are false, then also it will output that a is not equals to 1. Now what if I change this and to or? A equals to 1 because if any of these conditions is true, then it will move to this, and if both of them are false, then it will print this. So let's say if I change this 0 to 1 and then again run it, it should print a equals to 1. See, a equals to 1. Now let's move on to not. What not does is that it changes the value, it reverses the value of that variable. For example, here if b is equals to 0, it will change it to 1, and then since this is 1, it should print a equals to 1. See, now if I change b to a, so it should change this 1 to 0, and thus it should print this. See, a is not equals to 1. Now what if I change this 1 to any other integer like say 8? Again, this will treat it as true. Any integer which is not 0 is treated as true. So the inverse of true is false. So the answer should be this, or the output should be A is not equals to 1. See, A is not equals to 1. This is the exercise for this video. It contains questions on different operators. Try doing these. In case of any doubts or queries, please leave a comment. After doing these questions, you can try different combinations of operators by yourself.